You know that feeling when you realize you don't know where you are? It starts as a sinking feeling in your gut. Then the adrenaline hits, your vision tunnels. The forest, which looked beautiful an hour ago, suddenly looks identical in every direction. That is the survival stress reaction. And honestly, it's the most dangerous thing in the woods. In this video, we are going to master 3 fundamental skills: stopping, sheltering, and signaling. Because statistically, these are the 3 things that actually stop the clock and get you found. Robert Coaster's book, Lost Person Behavior, the operating manual for search and rescue teams globally, tells us that the #1 killer in these situations isn't starvation or dehydration. It's hypothermia driven by exhaustion. It's a simple equation. You walk frantically until you're tired, you sweat until you're soaked, then the sun goes down and your body just runs out of fuel to keep you warm. You might think survival situations only happen to extreme alpinists or soldiers behind enemy lines, but if you look at the search and rescue databases, the reality is boring and terrifying. The most common person to get lost isn't an adventurer, it's a day hiker. Someone who went out for a quick loop, carried 1 bottle of water and didn't pack anything else because they planned to be back by lunch. Statistics consistently confirm this. Hikers prepared for less than 24 hours are the largest category of rescue incidents. These aren't people taking risks, they're people who thought they were safe. You don't plan to get lost. That's exactly why mastering these basic skills is necessary. The people who die are the ones who try to conquer nature. The people who live are the ones who survive the wait. Skill number 1 is stop and think. This sounds easy, but biologically, it is incredibly hard to do. When your brain realizes you're lost, it floods your system with cortisol. It hijacks your logic and screams one command: go. This triggers panic walking. You walk faster, you ignore landmarks, you plow through brush. You aren't navigating anymore, you're fleeing. Every hour you walk at 2 miles per hour, you aren't just moving 2 miles away. You are expanding the area the rescue team has to search by roughly 12 square miles. You are making their haystack bigger while you stay the same size needle. You have to override that impulse with the S.T.O.P rule. Sit. Physically sit down. Take a sip of water. Eat a snack if you have one. It acts like a mechanical brake for your mind. It forces your heart rate down and stops the panic loop before it makes you do something stupid. Think. Retrace your steps mentally. Ask yourself, when was the last time I absolutely knew where I was? Was it that big rock? The stream crossing? Be honest with yourself. Admitting you are confused is safer than pretending you have a plan. Look at your situation. Check your resources. How much water do you have? Do you have a jacket, a lighter? Who knows I'm here? What supplies do I have? Observe. Don't just look around. Actually see your environment. How much daylight is left? Look at the clouds. Is a storm rolling in? Look at the ground. Are you standing in a dry riverbed that could flash flood? Are there resources around to build a shelter or a fire? Plan. Prioritize your immediate needs based on the rule of 3s. If it's getting dark, shelter is your priority. If you're injured, first aid is your priority. Shift your mindset from escape to endurance. Unless there's rising water or a fire, the advice is almost always to stay put. A static target is a searchable target. A moving target is a ghost. But here's the catch. When you stop moving, you stop generating heat. That brings us to skill number 2, building a shelter. You need to get off the ground and out of the wind. If you don't have any tools, the most effective shelter you can build is a debris hut. Think of it like a sleeping bag made of nature. Here's how you build it. First, find a ridgepole, a sturdy branch slightly longer than you are. Prop one end up on a stump or a rock about waist high. Next, lean smaller sticks against it to make an A-frame. Keep them tight together. Now the insulation. This is where people mess up. You need to pile leaves, grass, or pine needles on top. And I don't mean a sprinkle. I mean 3 feet of debris on all sides. 3 feet, roughly 1 meter, is the standard depth taught in military schools to survive sub-freezing temps without a fire. If you stick your arm into the pile, you shouldn't be able to touch the sticks inside. That thick layer of debris is what stops the wind and holds your heat. Finally, the bedding. Do not lie on the dirt. The ground is a heat sink. It will suck the warmth right out of you.
Stuff the inside with dry leaves until you have a thick, compressed mattress. You want to be suspended off the soil. Don't just watch this video. Properly learn how to build basic shelters. Watch dedicated step-by-step tutorials and practice building one in a safe environment. Knowledge without reps is useless. Okay, so you're warm, you're stationary. Now you need to be seen. This is skill number 3, signaling for help. Search and rescue pilots are looking for two things: contrast and geometry. Nature is chaotic. Trees and rocks are irregular. Humans are geometric. We make straight lines and perfect circles. First, look at your colors. Camo, green, and brown all blend in. You need safety orange or rescue blue. These colors basically don't exist in the forest. If you have a bright pack cover, put it in the clearing. If you have a colorful jacket, wear it. If you hear a helicopter, don't just wave. They might miss you. Use reflection. A simple glass signal mirror reflects 95 to 99% of sunlight in a focused beam. It can be seen for 10 miles. It creates a flash that cuts through the visual noise of the forest like a laser. If you don't have a mirror, use geometry. Build a massive X in a clearing using white rocks or dark logs. When a pilot scans a chaotic forest floor, their eye will snap to that shape instantly. And remember the rule of 3. 3 blasts on a whistle, 3 fires in a line, 3 logs in a row. 1 is an accident, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a distress signal. Look, survival isn't an adventure movie. It's a waiting game. You have a budget of calories and a budget of heat. Hiking out bankrupts both of them. The moment you start running, you are gambling with your life. Most people are found within 24 hours if they stay put. The ones who aren't found are usually the ones who tried to survival their way out and walked off a ledge. Next time you step into the wild, just do the basics. Pack a whistle, pack a compass, wear safety orange or rescue blue. The most important survival tool isn't in your pack, it's the note you leave on your kitchen counter. We call it a trip plan. Tell someone exactly where you are parking, which trail you're taking, and critically, when you will be back. If no one knows you're missing, no one is coming to look for you. The rescue clock doesn't start when you get lost. It starts when someone calls 911. Make sure someone knows when to make that call. And if you realize you're lost, just sit down. If you like this breakdown, please hit the like and subscribe button. Also, check out our video on why eating snow is a death sentence. Tactical Bear out.